Sometimes the biggest stories aren't told over months or years. Sometimes you can see an entire industry's evolution just by looking at the news from a single day. And that's what we're doing today. We're looking at one 24-hour period that tells this incredible story of AI's journey, from being a bunch of cool tools to a foundational technology that's now forced to think about trust and responsibility.
So, here's the big question. Did AI really have its biggest growth spurt in a single day? We're going to dig into how a handful of key developments show that AI is moving way past the novelty phase. It's becoming this indispensable and, a much more responsible part of our world. Okay, first up, the AI-powered toolkit. This is all about how AI is stopping being this separate app you have to open and is instead getting woven directly into the professional software we already use every single day. The goal? To automate the really complex, really tedious work.
And this slide just nails that shift perfectly. We're seeing AI tackle these massive, long-standing headaches for developers. GitHub is now automating bug reproduction. Vercel's making deployments way simpler. Zapier is streamlining authentication. The big takeaway here is that AI is becoming the ultimate friction remover for our professional lives.
Let's really zoom in on that GitHub story because it's such a fantastic example. What they've done is they've integrated their AI, Copilot, with a tool called Playwright. And what that means is when a user reports a bug and lists the steps to reproduce it, the AI can now literally perform those steps in a web browser all on its own to see the bug happen in real time. So what's the magic behind that GitHub feature? It's a new open-source standard called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP, and the analogy they use for it is just brilliant. It's a universal adapter. Think of it like a travel plug that lets an AI agent connect to and actually control all these different software tools. It's the bridge between the AI's brain and real-world action. Now keep MCP in mind, because we're going to come back to it later. The impact of this is just huge right away. It saves developers countless hours of mind-numbing work, and it shrinks the time between finding a bug and fixing it down to almost nothing. But bigger picture, this is a massive step toward a future of truly autonomous software maintenance. Pretty wild. All right, so let's move on to our next theme, because you can see how this all builds. As the tools themselves get way better, the impact starts to spread far beyond just writing code. We're now seeing AI create totally new user experiences that are reshaping everything from entertainment and education to even national policy.
And check this out. Amazon Web Services and Formula One just launched this new interactive experience where fans aren't just sitting back and watching a race anymore. No, they're designing their own tracks, they're getting AI-powered strategy tips in real time, and they can even generate these cool, custom retro-style posters of their creations. It's all powered by a bunch of different AI models working together to handle the analysis, the speech, and the images. This quote from the AWS announcement really just gets to the heart of it. We're seeing this fundamental shift from being a passive viewer to an active participant. This is where AI becomes a tool for creative engagement, not just for looking up information. And trust me, it's a trend we are going to see pop up everywhere. And this isn't just for fun and games. It's happening at a national level. In Greece, for example, ChatGPT usage has shot up by a staggering 700% in the last year alone. I mean, that kind of explosive growth, it definitely gets the attention of governments, and it shows that a country is ready for a major leap forward in technology. So, what does that kind of growth lead to? Well, it leads to a landmark partnership. OpenAI is now working directly with the Greek government. They're going to roll out their education platform across the nation's schools, they're launching an accelerator to boost local AI startups, and they're doing it all while making sure they comply with Europe's super strict GDPR data standards. This could be the blueprint for how AI becomes national infrastructure. And all of this power, this deep integration, it brings us to our final and honestly our most important theme. As AI gets this powerful, the challenge of making it safe, reliable, and trustworthy, it moves from being a background thought to the absolute top priority. This is the part where AI really grows up and starts taking on some serious responsibility. Take AI hallucinations, for example. For a long time, we all kind of thought they were just this weird glitch in big models. But some new research from OpenAI suggests it's not a glitch at all. It's actually an evaluation problem. Basically, we've been training AIs in a way that rewards them for confident guessing, rather than for admitting when they don't know something. We've created a system with no penalty for being wrong. So, to start tackling these issues head-on, the industry is getting serious. OpenAI has actually launched a bug bounty program for its next big model,
GPT-5, and they are putting up significant money, including a top prize of $25,000 for finding the most critical security flaws.
But it's not just about finding any old bug. They are specifically challenging security researchers to find a single, universal jailbreak prompt. One prompt that could bypass all the safety guards designed to prevent AI from being misused to create, say, biological or chemical threats. This is a super proactive, really focused effort to secure AI in the highest stakes areas you can possibly imagine.
And hey, remember that model context protocol we talked about? That universal adapter? Well, as AI agents start using it to connect to more and more systems, securing that connection becomes absolutely critical. And that's exactly why Docker, a company that's like a cornerstone of software infrastructure, has just acquired a company called MCP Defender. They're building security right into the communication layer that powers all these new, powerful AI agents.
This idea of responsibility also plays out on the world stage. For years, developers in Syria had their access to key tools limited by US sanctions. But after a recent policy change, they've now regained full access to GitHub's entire platform, including private repositories and AI assistants. It's just a powerful reminder that access to these essential tools is deeply tied up with geopolitics and that global conversation about digital equity.
So there you have it. In the span of a single day, we saw AI become a better tool for our work, a brand new platform for how we play, and a technology that's finally grappling with its own safety and its own responsibility. It is learning incredibly fast, which really just leaves us with one final question. What should we be teaching it next?